What is going on YouTube? Patrick here. It is Wednesday. That usually means it's a what sold video, but what happened while I was filming my what sold is that I realized this is my 100th video, you guys. I cannot believe it. I was getting ready to do some kind of a contest, a giveaway, because we hit 250 subscribers, and that seemed like a pretty big milestone. And now 100 videos, so we're going to combine it together, you guys. We're gonna do it. So what we're going to do for the contest is you must be subscribed to the channel. If you are, like this video and then comment down below. Tell me what your favorite thing is about the channel. Is it a favorite pickup maybe? Or maybe it's a favorite Amber's Weird Sale of the week. Maybe you think it's, I have a funny laugh. I don't know. Or maybe you have a favorite video. Just whatever your favorite thing is, comment that down below. And I'm going to enter you into a drawing. So I'll put all the names into a hat. I'll pull out a name and we'll have a winner. And what we're going to do is go into my eBay store. I'll put the link down in the description below and pick out one item. $20 or less. Don't worry about shipping, just as long as it's $20 or less. And that'll be the prize. Whatever you think it is, you win it. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to me. I'm excited about it, at least. I'll post the rules down in the description below as well. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty fun. Yeah. So as I mentioned, while I was editing the what sold this week, I realized that this was this video. What I also realized while I was editing the what sold video is that my microphone did not work. So the audio is not going to be great as we get into it. But we also may see the lighting change, right? I'm much later in the day now than I was when I filmed it earlier. And I was in a big hurry. So if you hear me talk about that, that's what was going on. I was in a big hurry. I'll probably cut out some of the intro from that one so we can just get right into the what sold from last week. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and you'll be entered into the contest. Thank you very much, you guys. I got a lot to go over, and honestly, I don't have a lot of time to talk about it today, so I'm probably going to be talking a little bit faster and a little bit shorter than usual. I'm sure some people will be happy about that. Obviously, I did not put up a what sold video last week. Life just got in the way, you guys, and we had to go out of town for a funeral last weekend. Needless to say, though, it wasn't a great week. Only $222 in sales, so pretty mediocre, just barely keeping the lights on. However, this last week, holy cow, really good week. $737 sold. Let's get into what sold. All right, up first, you can see it up on the screen. This is a Lego kit, a Lego Star Wars kit. I think it's one of the ones from the prequels. I believe it's from episode 1. Got this when I bought a bunch of video game stuff, and they just happened to have this Lego set out. Apparently, been sitting there all day, and they wanted $15 for it. So I was like, I mean, yeah, I can sell this probably for like $40, maybe a little bit more. And I ended up putting it up for $50 with free shipping, which is what it sold for. So really not bad at all for $15. All right, item number 2, VCR. If you guys aren't selling VCRs, I would recommend, if you don't mind a little bit of a bigger, heavier item, getting into them. They seem to be pretty common right now as far as being able to find them. Find them at thrift stores and at garage sales, estate sales, etc. And usually I can get them for like $5, maybe $10 at the most. If it's a good one, you can give that $10, especially if it has the remote. This one did not have the remote, but I only was into it for $10 and sold it for $40. So really nice amount of room for profit there. All right, item number 3. I am certain you guys already know about Harry Potter books. What is kind of new to the market is these Harry Potter illustrated books. This one is number 4, The Goblet of Fire. I think I ended up picking this up for about $3. Of course, I bought multiple things from where I got it from, so it's always hard to tell exactly. But I think it was $5 for everything I bought, so it was $3 and $2 for something else. This one, I've sold a couple of the other ones already, and I think I got more like 10 to 20. And I think because this is the most recent one to have come out, still a little bit less findable, I guess. I'm not really sure, you guys. Maybe less people have them, so they're still looking to add them to their collection. So got my full asking price there of $30 on it. So nice solid flip from $3 to $30. All right, item number 4. you guys have not seen the pickup for this yet. It is going to be on the channel on Saturday. But basically, I bought, I think, 50 of these Fear Street books at a garage sale. It was one of these ones where somebody rented like the parking lot of a church, and they put all their stuff out, right? It's clearly reselling. And I've been to them a few times. Usually I don't find anything. Usually their prices are through the roof, which they were at this sale as well. But I noticed all these Fear Street books, and I just was like, well, how much are your books today? And they said, oh, for those, 25 cents. And you guys probably already know to look for Goosebumps, but these Fear Street books have been like printing money, you guys. I'm basically listing them and selling them right away. I probably should be listing them higher, but honestly, $5 a book in a lot, like I'm feeling pretty good about that. This was the first of the lots. 10 books, sold it for $50 plus shipping, right? And I'm into it for $2.50. So fantastic flip right there. Super easy to buy, super easy to list, super easy to ship. Love selling books, you guys. Love it. All right, item number 5, another 3DS. I got this back a few weeks back. Wasn't really sure how much it was worth because it was in the box. I thought at least $200, and then I sold the other one that I picked up the same day for $250. So I figured that's probably more like where it would be. If I'd had the instruction book and all that stuff that comes with it, I probably could have gotten more like $300 to $350. But because I was missing those items, I was only able to get a little bit more. But still, $275 is nothing to shake a stick at. What I had got was this system plus like, I want to say 10 games. I can't remember exactly right, for $50. Holy cow, you guys. What a great pickup that was. I don't know how much this actually cost inside of that $50 lot. Probably like $30, $35, something like that. Even if I had bought this by itself at that price, selling it for $275 is going to be a great flip. This one actually was the sale of the week. I know, I put it at the end this time. What are you going to do? All right, item number 6. I went to another sale a few weeks back, and they had a table full of mugs. And I started looking, and there was clearly one that was the Starbucks You Are Here mug. Those are easy. You guys, you know I've already talked about those before in the past, but I was like, you know what? Let's take a look at the rest of these Starbucks mugs and see if there's any value here. They wanted, I think, like $3 to $5 for every mug. And at the same sale, I was able to get a thermostat that was worth like $40 to $50. And my total at the end was about $50. And I offered them $40, which they took. So I was like, all right, one item at this sale is going to pay for everything I buy, and then everything else is going to be profit. So all of these mugs that I bought, I wasn't really sure how good they were going to be, but I figured I'd take a chance on them. And so far, they're paying off. You can see this one here sold for $20. And again, I think I paid between $3 and $5 for each of these. So nice little flip there. All right, item number 7. This one's going to be fast because it's basically the same as the last one. This is the second of the Fear Street lots that I put together. Another 10 bucks, another $50. Again, I was only into these for 25 cents each, so it was $2.50. Love selling these things. All right, item number 8 is actually a little bit more interesting. If you're my age, right, I'm in my 40s, you remember highlights growing up. Even my wife, who's in her low 30s, she remembers highlights growing up. And I remember having a really strong affinity for them, just really liking them. We were at this, I don't know, it was kind of a community sale of like condos. And so everybody kind of put it out in front of their condos, which usually I don't like very much. Condos just don't have a lot of storage space, so you're not going to get a ton of stuff in my experience. But we were there, so we went and took a look, and I was pretty right. I got a couple of items that were interesting, but for the most part, it was just a lot of nothing. But in the middle of like all of the sales, they had a pile that said free. And sure enough, in one of the bags, there was all these highlights magazines. There was probably about 60 of them. So we're like, you know what? Even if we end up sending these to our nieces and nephews, this is going to be something we're going to pick up. And of course, I comp everything. You got to look it up. Excuse me. And I was like really surprised to see that in bundles, they're selling for about $1 each. So I split them up into 2 different bundles based on the title of each magazine. And this was the first one to sell. So it was Highlights High Five. There were 29 magazines, so I priced it at $29 plus shipping. And it took a couple weeks, but it sold for my asking price. So really happy with this one. All right, item number 9. This is a Dooney and Burke purse. You guys don't know, they can have some good value, especially the Disney ones. So definitely be on the lookout for those. And they're pretty uncommon, the like nice ones. Most of the time you're going to see more of the like blue with the little duck on it. They're worth, I don't know, 20 to 30 to $40, somewhere in that range, depending on how old and condition. But these kind of more specialized ones, those are a lot more uncommon. I don't find these very often, but always take a look when I do. This one I'd actually seen in the ad, and this was like, I knew I was going to be driving by where the sale was, didn't expect it to still be there, or if it was, I expected the price to be like $50. And I went there and I was just like, well, hey, how much is your purse today? And she was like, oh, it's $10. I was like, of course, I want to buy this for $10. Definitely want to make sure that they're not fake, and that's a little bit harder. There's a couple groups on Facebook that will help you validate if it's real or not, or you can actually take it to a validation place, or even to Dooney and Burke themselves. They will validate it for you. But reading some of these books on Facebook for the last few years, I've gotten kind of familiar with what to look for and how to spot the fakes. So I was able to look it over and tell this one was real. So easy, nice little pickup for 10 bucks, turning it into $65. Love doing flips like this. All right, item number 10, more of these Fear Street books. This was a smaller lot, just, what is it, 4 books, I think? I realized after I listed the first couple lots that there were some sublines in here, where if you got the books from a certain subline, you could lot those together by themselves. So this one sold for $46. I think I put it up for $50 and took a best offer of $46. But if there was actually 5 in this series, and one of them was in the first lot that I sold. And if I had had all 5 of them, I think I would have been able to get $90 for the 5 of them, which is ridiculous. So definitely left some money on the table there, you guys. Made a mistake. I got so excited just by how much it was worth for the $12 I think I spent on it that I was just blinded and didn't do as much research as I should have. But as soon as I realized my mistake, I tried to correct it. And of course, right as I was going to delist that listing, it sold. So put up the 4 that I still had left, and they still sold for, that's like, what, $11? A little more than $11 for each book. Still pretty amazing at 25 cents each. Really, really have enjoyed flipping these. So definitely be on the lookout for the Fear Street books. They're out there. You're definitely going to find, I think, the Goosebumps more often, though. All right, item number 11. This is a Wii video game, Spider-Man Friend or Foe. Right, not like the best game in the world as far as value goes, but sold it for like $8. I think it ended up being $11.99 free shipping, which, you know, it's going to cost about $4 for the first class shipping. I bought this in a big lot of stuff, which I realized after I got home that I had overpaid for by a little more than I realized. I had offered them $50, they countered it like $75, which I took, and it was not a good deal. So I think it ended up being like $3 or $4 a game, maybe $3.50 a game, which is just way too much, you guys. That I shouldn't be more than about $2 a game for these $7 to $10 games. Really, you don't want to spend more than $1. So way overpaid on this. Just be careful of that when you're buying bundles. All right, item number 12. This is a Popple from back in the 80s, maybe early 90s even. I actually had one similar to this when I was growing up. And interestingly enough, this is
Amber's Weird Sale of the Week.
When she saw me pick this up, it was next to a Pound Purry, which similar time frame, Pound Puppies, Pound Purries. But she was like, what the heck even is that thing, right? And I showed her how you can pop it inside out, and it turns into its own little bag kind of thing. And I was like, this is kind of neat, not really knowing if it was going to have any kind of resale value or not. The back of my mind was tickling, saying, yes, it does. Just trust your instincts and go with it. So I did, and sure enough, did have some value. I think I listed it for $20 and took a best offer of $15, and which I'm still happy with. I think I paid $1 for it. So super easy flip, you guys. All right, item number 13, Hippopotamus Toy Figure. This is from Schleck. I don't know exactly how to say it. It's a German company. Right, these are pretty interesting toys as far as like the value goes. They do have some collectability, so if they're in good condition, I've seen them selling anywhere from like $7 to $15, or you can even put them into lots and sell them for a little bit more if that's your jam. So I picked up a bunch of these at a thrift store a few weeks back, and I've been slowly listing them and selling them. All of them, again, in like that $7 to $15 range, so some are better than others. But I got them in like the little bags that they have at the thrift store for like $2.99 for like 5 different things. So honestly, pretty good pickup, right? So I would be into this for about $1.50, and after shipping, it sold for $10.50. So nice, solid little flip. All right, item number 14. Actually, I got these at the same time as I got those, the hippopotamus in the last one. These are Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. I don't know, it's one of those things where I pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures whenever I find them, especially if it's some of the non-turtle characters. Like, they tend to sell a little bit better. And a couple of the ones that I saw were really interesting looking, so I was like, let's just pick these up. And they ended up being a little bit valuable. And again, I think I got these in like a bag that was $2.99. So I'm going to be into it for about $3, and I turned it into 10, which wasn't like an amazing flip or anything like that, but nice little bread and butter flip, I'd say. All right, item number 15, the last of the Fear Street lots for this week. This one was 99 Fear Street, again, one of those sublines that I was telling you about. So this was 3 books, and I tried to get about $10 a book, and I ended up taking a best offer of $25, right? So it's going to be $2.50 a book. But not bad when I'm only into it for 75 cents. So great flip again on these things. All right, number 16. This is actually the last item this week. It's a lot of 11 Rawlings baseballs. They looked to be basically brand new. I would probably classify them as like new. Originally, I thought, based on some of the other comps out there, that they would sell for more like $40 or $50 for this many. Didn't get any biters at that. They were for sale for about a month, I guess. And finally got a best offer at $22, which I took, plus shipping, so not too bad. I was into it for $5 for this box, so 5 into 22, normal flip that you guys should all be seeing as well. All right, so like I said, that's going to do it for this week. As I mentioned, $737 in sales last week. Holy cow, you guys. That's my best week in probably 4 or 5 months. I want to say since April. Yeah, since April, it's my best sales week. And not by a lot, right? We've had a couple almost $700 weeks here in the last 2 months. But it shows that, like, listing consistently, it really does pay off. Of course, like, I only ended up listing 19 items last week. My goal is 25 a week at a minimum, so a little bit lower than what I'd like. The good news is, with going out of town and with only listing for, I think I only listed 3 days last week, I didn't really spend a lot of time on eBay last week. I only ended up spending 4 hours between shipping and listing. Didn't do any sourcing at all last week. So with that much money spent, and I had $100 cost per sale, or cost of goods sold, excuse me. So you're taking that out of the profits, it's going to end up being $131 that I paid myself in profit per hour that I worked, which is stupid high. For comparison, the week before, $9 an hour in profit. So, right, like, just crazy juxtaposition. But, you know, that's how this goes sometimes. I'm trying to get around that $30 range. But anyway, you guys, that is going to do it for this week. As I said, I didn't have a ton of time to make this video, but I really wanted to make one this week and get it posted. If you've enjoyed this content, please do smash that like button. And if you're interested in subscribing, please feel free to do so. If you're not, you just wanted to watch, that is okay. I really enjoyed having you guys watch the video anyway. Once again, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.